Welcome back to the Lisa Nichols Show, where I'm going to share with you the tools that you need to achieve the life that you want to achieve, the tools that I need as well. I love reading your comments. I love seeing you engage with other people on these episodes. I love it. So many comments, so many ahas and BOL, breakthrough out loud. If you're new, you may see BOL. That's breakthrough out loud. So if you have a breakthrough like, oh my God, I needed to hear that. Oh my God, I forgot that I already knew that. Thanks for the reminder. Just type in BOL, breakthrough out loud. Or if someone types in something that you can relate to, and you'll see this as well, they'll type Yana, Y-A-N-A. You are not alone. I love it. See, there's sounds in the background. It's all kind of wind going on, but I'm not going to stop giving you the diamonds just because Mother Nature is having a party. In this episode, we're talking about how to step into your power. How do you step? And more importantly, how do you stay in it when things around you are turbulent, when things around you are uncertain, and when things around you are constantly changing? Number one, how to step and stay in your power. Understanding the power you have even when you don't feel like you have it. See, power and your strength, your resiliency, your tenacity, it's not determined by the weather outside or the politics or the social movements or the climate or the health conditions. Your power, your resiliency is there. Some days it's active and you're living in your power, you're owning it, you're walking with it, you're walking beside it, you're walking in front of it, it's walking in front of you. Power's everywhere around you. And on other days, you have it, but you set it on the shelf. No one took it away from you. I know there are times we may feel powerless, but no one can take your power. No one. You may have to have reserve power. You may have to think about it differently. It may not be an active power, but power is always yours. You're always in the driver's seat of your life. And I'm not saying that excluding that things may happen to you, but I promise you that there's a point when you can slide back into the driver's seat. Number two, when you feel like you've slid out of your power, how do you get back in it? Well, I'm going to tell you from my experience. Back in 1997, I had gotten into a toxic relationship, and the relationship left me feeling powerless. My partner in that relationship turned emotionally abusive, verbally abusive, and then ultimately physically abusive. And at the end of that relationship, I felt like I'd lost who I was. And as a result of losing who I was just his girlfriend. I was just his fiance. I was just Jelani's mom. I was just this abused woman. I had to go back and remind myself who I am. So whenever you feel as if you've lost your power, really you've lost sight of who you are and who you've always been. So what are the reminders? Number one, take Post-it notes with affirmations and stick Post-it notes with affirmations wherever you spend time. So the first place I stuck them was on the bathroom mirror, so that while I was brushing my teeth, I looked up and I saw a reminder, because you need reminders to get back in your power. I saw a reminder saying, Lisa, you are built from greatness. Lisa, you're a divine being. Lisa, you're a child of God. Lisa, greatness is your birthright. Lisa, happiness is your birthright. I would look up while I'm brushing my teeth, and it was like something was reminding me, like, oh yeah, I forgot that. Oh yeah, I am. In my bedroom, on my bedroom headboard, my bed headboard, it said, you only have to accept healthy love. On my headboard, on the back of my front door was a Post-it note that says, you are ready for the world and the world is ready for you. That was 1997. That's how important those affirmations were in getting me back up and getting me back into my power, turning my crawl into a walk and my walk into a run and my run into a soar. And so if you want to get back in your power, begin to read things and write things to remind you of who you've always been. You may not see the evidence now, but it doesn't mean it isn't so. Second thing is to get people that can remind you of who you've been. Get people to pour into your ears, pour into your mind, pour into your soul. I remember I was on stage once and this woman yelled out at the end of my speech, "You're an amazing mom." And this particular day, I didn't feel amazing at all. I had been on the road for 11 days and I left Jelani with my mom and I'd never been away from him for 11 days. I felt horrible. And so I felt like I was a fraud. So I walked off stage and I called a good friend of mine who's always with Jelani and I. And I said, can you please tell me why you think that I'm a great mom? Because she had told me that I was a great mom many times. I said, can you tell me why you say that? What do you see? And for the next 15 minutes, I was like, I need evidence. She just gave me evidence of what made me a great mom in her eyes. Sometimes you need to look at yourself through someone else's lenses, because their lens of you is cleaner than your lens of yourself. The third thing I want to remind you is, how do you live in your power? Once you've gotten it and while you're in it, how do you live in it? I'm going to be honest with you because I'm your sister. I'm not here to just give you rah-rah hoopla. There's some days when while you're living in your power, it feels as if you're getting further and further away from it. And on those days, remind yourself. And when I say power, I don't mean a dominant power. I don't mean a power that dominates others. I don't mean an egocentric power. I mean a power that keeps you in peace. A power that says, I am in the driver's seat of my life. I'm not a victim of my life. Every now and then it feels like things like COVID or things like, social injustice or things that are just happening around you, unexpected death of a loved one. It feels like it throws you over into the passenger seat and then it throws you into the back seat. And at times it throws you in the trunk. It's your birthright to climb out of the trunk, climb out of the back seat, slide over from the passenger seat and get back into the driver's seat and say, this is my life. I have one thing that I run from beginning to end, and that's my life. And then just like how you get back in your power, the way you stay is you get people in your tribe that are cheerleaders. You get high conscious thinkers. Don't get low conscious thinkers. Low conscious thinkers will always want you to keep them company. Get a high conscious thinker that's going to require you to stand in your greatness and say, when I'm in my most powerful space, what do you see from me? Because you need to know what you look like in your most powerful space so that you can rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. I'm always asking for feedback. Leaders, gladiators, unicorns, we ask for feedback because we take the feedback, we apply it, and then we grow. Remember, this show is not just a monologue. This show is a dialogue. I want to hear from you. We're in a conversation. So I'd like to know, what was your biggest aha or your biggest BOL, breakthrough out loud, from this particular episode? Do you feel like you're dancing in your power right now? And this was just a great reminder of how to stay in your power. Do you feel like you slid out of your power? And oh my God, Lisa, I'm in the passenger seat. Thank you for the reminder to get back in the driver's seat. Or do you feel like you just needed a reminder of how powerful you are? Or the Post-it notes. Is that the thing you want to do? Be sure to leave me a comment below. I want to hear from you. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already done so. This is home for you. Look out for more ideally amazing content, or at least applicable content in the future. After all, this is your home and we are your tribe. And I'm your sister in prosperity and impossibility. And when I say that I believe in you and that I love you, it's not because I have a lack of words. It's because I do. I'll see you real soon.